The M1918 Browning automatic rifle, commonly known as the B.A.R, was the light machine gun choice for the United States Army during World War II. The B.A.R has now made another appearance in the Call of Duty franchise with World at War. Many players want to know, how good is this weapon? There are a lot of complaints, and both sides do have valid points. It's slow, it has some recoil, but it does have the power, and if you know how to use this weapon, it can essentially be the best light machine gun in the game. After doing some research on Wikipedia, I had found out that the Browning automatic rifle actually had another firing mode that allowed it to fire 350 rounds per minute and 550 rounds per minute. We can see in the World at War version that the weapon is firing at probably 350 rounds per minute. The B.A.R is the first light machine gun that you get to use in Call of Duty World at War for multiplayer. But how does the weapon work? Is it good or is it bad? It's really hard to say. There's a lot of good qualities of this weapon, so I took it out and seen how it works and if it's good. The major drawback that you will commonly see in this weapon is that it doesn't fire very fast. It's very slow, and that means faced up against multiple players, unless you have top-notch aim, you're barely gonna kill one person. That's right, one person. Because the weapon isn't as good as it could be, firing at 550 rounds per minute, it seems to take forever just to get a shot out of the barrel. But when the shots do get out of the barrel, and if they connect with your target, it will lay them out between 1 to 3 shots. That is pretty damn good. The weapon feels good, it sounds great, and if you ever wanted to be in like a war movie, this weapon will make you feel like you're in it. The Browning automatic rifle has the best iron sights in Call of Duty World at War. Targets are very visible, and you won't have much problem aiming. If you have been using the B.A.R, you will notice that the recoil is very terrible on this gun. It's not as terrible as most weapons, but it's pretty bad when firing fully automatic. When using the B.A.R, you want to avoid firing fully automatic at all costs. This is a weapon that you fire single shots or a burst fire of 1 to 3 shots. I know, you want to use this weapon as fully automatic and just Rambo it, but you cannot run and gun with this weapon. It will not work. Not with stopping power, not with Juggernaut. You must have a slow-paced, patient style of playing. Camping, defending, this weapon excels in defending and being a very good support weapon. I've noticed when playing objective modes, I can hold down a position for maybe 30 to about a minute, maybe even longer if I have more teammates. But this weapon can lay down the fire on people and take out each person between 1 to 3 shots. That's pretty good. The B.A.R is a weapon you want to avoid close quarter combat as much as possible. Medium range as well. You want to keep it pretty much long range. As you see from there, from the stairs up there, pretty decent, but you don't want to get engaged in medium combat. Problem is, it's not very accurate close up, and your shots will probably end up missing. And this has happened to many players. So please do yourself a favor, do not engage in close quarter combat. Stat wise, the Browning automatic rifle isn't the best machine gun. It is basically the weapon you get until you get something better. But that doesn't mean you can't make this weapon work for you. When you're looking at perks to use with this weapon, I would highly suggest stopping power and deep impact and taboo gas. All of those really make this weapon shine in multiplayer. The reason I say deep impact is the penetration on this gun is horrendous. I have shot through just a piece of wood and would not go through unless I had deep impact on. And if you're gonna have a light machine gun, you want it to penetrate fast. So deep impact is gonna be your best bet. stopping power so the shots kill between 1 and 3 shots. But I've heard reports that if you use double tap, it makes this gun better. From what I've seen, I actually had more problems when using double tap. So I actually would suggest not using double tap. But it is up to you to decide what perks you want to use. And it also depends on your playing style. I like to sit back and defend and support my teammates. But when I get in the run and gun action, this is not the gun I want to use. The Browning automatic rifle suffers from low ammo capacity. It can hold up to 20 shots, and for most players, they're gonna go through most of that ammo pretty quickly just on 1 or 2 players. Even using burst shots, sometimes you just need more ammo, and this gun, like the FG42, could have really benefited from an attachment that could increase the ammo. Historically wise, this gun did come with the belt, but FG42 did not. The Browning automatic rifle came with a bipod, and in the war this served pretty well to hold down positions and keep the fire on the enemies. But in World at War you do not have the ability to prone and bipod anymore, which takes out some of its usefulness that it could have had. I mean, you can still set it up at certain locations, and when you do, it does really hold down the fort for your team. But attachment wise, not very good attachment. It is also known that very few models actually came with bayonet attachments, which kind of baffles me why Treyarch didn't allow this to have a bayonet. Now, it wasn't like an official bayonet, it was more like a spike. But, you know, it's up to Treyarch to decide what they're going to put in the game. But light machine gun and heavy machine guns really lack attachments, which I think most of them did have different type of attachments, which could have benefited the player and the multiplayer experience. More intermediate players are probably going to have more fun with this gun than people new to the series, or just don't understand a playstyle that each gun you can't always do the same type of tactic. You can try, but you're probably going to be met with some frustration and anger and a lot of cursing, because I know I've been there. You need to know how to aim, but even knowing how to aim doesn't stop you from missing some parts where you're shooting. In that previous engagement, I had thought I had perfect aim on the enemy I was shooting at, but when I slowed it down, I could see that the first 3 shots were actually hitting the ground, and 2 shots hit the person, and then the next 4 shots went above them. But because I'm in the intensity, it looks like I'm just going up and down and hitting the person when I am not. When you look at it this way, the weapon is not the choice weapon for anyone that is going to play professionally and that's aiming for high kill-death ratios. I mean, you can still do it with this gun, but it's going to be a little bit harder. But once you know the gun, how it works, and the style that you need to use to make this gun operate in your favor, you'll be glad that you use this gun. And it's offered pretty much early level. You can use it first day. That's a plus. The Browning automatic rifle. I like this gun, but not everyone is. Fun-wise, until you know how to use it, you are going to die left and right. Let's break it down. Accuracy for burst firing and semi, about a B-. You want to go with this. Automatic, a D-, not very good, almost failing. Power can take people down in 1 to 3 shots, pretty good. Aiming, easy. Skill, you're gonna need some if you want to use this gun properly. Not gonna want to run a gun. Is good for support and defending. Close quarters, not good. Long range is decent. Medium range, not that great either. If you get surprised, you are fucked. Reload, kinda fast. Iron sights, good. Fun, D. Overall, this weapon gets a C by Dan Harkins. Thank you for watching, and tune in next time when I review the M1 Garand.